Joining me now via Zoom is Aubre and Joseph Murphy in their art studio. Thank you so much for coming on the show and allowing me to highlight everything you both do. When I got your email, it's like, I have to meet you. I just have to. So what is the WarPaint Project?
So the WarPaint Project kind of just happened. For the last, 20 years of my life, I have personally enjoyed painting, drawing, and as the biggest pushover I know, I enjoy giving things away. Whether it be groceries, whether it be, money. I've lent money to people who never paid me back many, many times. And part of that gift-giving concept of my life is also in Joe's life as well. He's always been the handyman that anybody needed. So
Absolutely.
The WarPaint Project, February 5th, 2019, I received a phone call from my best friend of about 25 years who said that earlier that morning her father was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And she had just buried an adopted sister just the year before. So this is her father. And so I really didn't know how to help her except for the way that I've always helped her, which was to create a painting for her. So what is the WarPaint Project? Today, and how it's graduated since that time, there's 3 main parts to what we do. The most important part is that we share our warrior story. When you see a person on Facebook who is a child in a hospital bed, I think it's human nature to skip past it because it's very sad, it's very depressing, and it's very hard for people, especially if they've lost someone from cancer, to sit through and listen to how badly that child is suffering.
It's more easy to just keep scrolling and keep going. Absolutely, it's a lot easier to just keep scrolling.
Or maybe they'll stop and they'll type prayers, but that's just one moment in that person's entire story. Absolutely. So the WarPaint Project, part of what we do is to tell the whole story, because we're going to be in our warriors' lives forever. Unlike many other nonprofits that might give a gift and it's nameless, it's just here's something. We form very deep, long-lasting relationships with every single person we create a painting for, mainly their mother. If it's a child that we're painting for, we create a relationship with their mother or their family. So what's part of the WarPaint Project that I think that people really love is that we start at the beginning and say, this is a person, this is, for example, this is Emily. Emily is a warrior of breast cancer. This is the story of her diagnosis. This is how she fought breast cancer. Here's her ups and downs over time. Here's the painting that we're going to do for her. Here's the people who nominated her and what they said about her being a warrior. Here's her opening her painting. Would anybody like to give her a gift? And so the WarPaint Project, uniquely so, shares the entire warrior story of one person going through their entire diagnosis. And sometimes that means from treatment until the point that they pass away.
So what is art to you, Joe, if you could take a minute to explain, and then Aubre, what is art to you, Joe?
Art to me is expressing a feeling that is unspeakable. It's also an act of kindness. Art is life, it's love. Everything you do is actually part of art of living. If you do it soulfully and with care, anything can be an act of art.
I think that's a great way to put it. And Aubre, real briefly before I move on to my next question, what is art to you? I know we had spoke briefly previously on the phone, but give me a brief, what is art to you?
Art has existed in every part of mankind and in every culture, and it has its purposes for different things. WarPaint Project, the name of our 501c3 nonprofit organization, talks about a soldier being painted or using art on his face and his body and even on his horse and in his clothing as a
ceremonious.
Yes, as a ceremonious way.
Now, I know that we had mentioned your art has attracted so many people, and I heard that you were able to actually get the help of, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to shout out one of your warriors. Now, could you tell me how you pulled that off, and a little bit about Naomi, your warrior, a beautiful soul? Briefly.
So, Naomi is an 8-year-old girl in Ohio who is fighting terminal stage 4 brain cancer. And she attracted us to her page. She was shouting out different people in the WWE, WWF, like The Rock, you're a pebble, you're just a little stone, and she was, making fun of him. And then she would talk about a different wrestler. I nominated Naomi because I saw her playing a guitar, and she made up her own song, and I thought it was just so cool.
That is wonderful.
So I sent Naomi's father an invitation, said, let me paint something for her. And he responded with, we look at her like she's a unicorn superhero. So if you could do something like that. And I asked him about The Rock. She's always like, and he said, oh, she's such a huge fan. Actually, that's on her bucket list. And it pisses me off. It pisses me off that an 8-year-old has a bucket list. Nonetheless, on her bucket list, it said she wanted to have a princess party. She wanted to meet The Rock. She wanted to have her photos taken in front of the Hollywood sign. She wanted to meet a unicorn. And she wanted to experience a crush. And almost all of those things had happened except for meet The Rock and the Hollywood sign.
In fact, we actually have that video for our viewers to see, actually, right? Let's take a look.
Hi, Naomi. Dwayne Johnson here, also known as The Rock, also known as Uncle Handsome, whatever. I heard you're a very big fan of mine, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for being a fan. But not only being a fan, being such a special fan, a unique fan, a one-of-a-kind fan, because of the things that I know about you. So, I obviously have all this information about you, which I think is really cool. You're 8 years old, you're in the 3rd grade, and your family, Melissa, tell your mom I said hello. Gary, tell Gary your dad I said hello. Your brother Tim, tell him I said hello. Brother Gary, sister Alexis, and brother Clayton. You have an awesome big family. Tell them all I said hello. And your favorite movies. So I know all this about you. Moana, which makes you so super cool. What can I say except you're welcome. Fighting with My Family, which is awesome. Another movie I had the privilege of producing. The Descendants and SpongeBob. You're just so cool, Naomi. Favorite things, unicorns, playing with slime. Like my daughters love unicorns and playing with slime. Arts and crafts, hanging with your friends, playing with family, playing family games, singing and dancing. Again, you're just the coolest. Here's the coolest part about you, Naomi, that I wanted to point out is that you are currently hosting a toy drive for children in your town from your hospital room, and you've called out a few wrestlers, me being one of them. Thank you for the call out. But, Naomi, I just think that, of all the things that make you so unique and cool and special, and obviously so much fun, the fact that you're going out of your way during this time where you're staying so strong, and you are, you're having this toy drive for other children, just speaks volumes of the awesome little girl, big girl that you are. Thank you for being a fan. I'm sending you so much love, Naomi, and have a great toy drive. It's awesome, and keep loving Moana because I'm Maui and I appreciate it. Okay, love you, and stay strong. And thanks for being the coolest fan on the planet. See you, Naomi.
What other celebrities have you been able to get in contact with to bring your warriors' dreams to reality?
What makes our project unique is that we show our warriors that because of their story, we can help them with the things that they want to experience. So how did we do it? How did we reach J.K. Rowling? How did we reach Chris Sayegh, the herbal chef, and Kim Joy, the British chef? We did so by sharing our warrior story and having them understand that our warriors chose them. And
Absolutely.
that it's their obligation as a celebrity to choose them back.
You had briefly touched on this earlier, but you said about 20 years ago you started doing the WarPaint Project. But what age did you start really painting and doing the artistic aspect?
Both of us remember being in elementary school or Bible school and preschool, and you make something for your mother.
Mm-hmm,
and
absolutely.
Those 5 little words, I made this for you, they often are said right before someone hands you a priceless treasure.
I was going to ask, do you do what you do with your friends and family? I know you mentioned with Joe, but do your friends and family get involved as well?
Anybody who wants to join in our gift and sit down at a table, use their 2 hands, and create something that we can then pass along to our warriors, it allows us to extend the time it takes for our warriors to go through all of their gifts. I think today it's at about 2 hours. We send 41 items.
How can people watching help you and the WarPaint Project's mission? I mean, you have so many things you have to get out and resources you need, and little things help. So how can people watching help you and the WarPaint Project's mission?
I mean, the most popular answer is donate money, right? Because money gives us access to the things that we need to purchase. It gives us the ability to be as generous as we want to, and it gives us the ability to provide for our warriors in ways that we can't today. But the truth is that not everybody can or will donate. So then what becomes the most important thing that people do is to respect the space that you occupy when someone says that they are going through something, especially something that's life-threatening.
Absolutely.
Whether it be a neighbor that is going through, Alzheimer's, or it's a friend at church whose child is, has severe autism, or like little Aubrey, a girl that has my name, has CDLS, and then there's Maya, who has Stillman syndrome. It isn't just we don't occupy each other's lives just to hear that someone has something, and then you go, oh, that poor girl, I just, prayer emoji. You learn something that's suffering in a particular way, you then have an opportunity to grow as a human being by providing them with something that they might need. Just like being in line at the grocery store and you're standing behind someone who is short a little bit of money. I feel like Facebook, social media, I feel like we are crowds of people standing behind somebody who is told you they have breast cancer, their child has cancer, their child is dealing with something, and no one's offering them anything. They're just standing in line.
There's a lot of words and there's no actions.
Absolutely.
The most
Absolutely.
help that we
So
would ask for is that people actually try to help somebody.
So perfect.
Help a neighbor, talk to a neighbor.
And I think I have a way to help with that, absolutely. And I think what we could do, as we go to break, what I'd like to do is put the website right here for the WarPaint Project. We'll be right back.